Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the top 10 common mistakes that web developers make. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, these are pitfalls you'll want to avoid. We're talking about things that can impact your website's functionality, security, and overall user experience. So if you're ready to level up your web development game, stick around because we're breaking down each mistake and, more importantly, how to fix them. Let's get started. Alright, kicking things off with a big one-input validation. This is one of the most fundamental aspects of web security, yet it's often overlooked. Whenever you've got a form on your website, you're opening a door for users to send data to your server. This data can be anything from a simple text message to complex data structures. Most of the time, people are just trying to place an order or send a message. They want to interact with your site in a meaningful way, whether it's purchasing a product or contacting support. But there are times when someone might try to exploit that open door, sending malicious code instead of legitimate data. This could be an attempt to inject harmful scripts, steal information, or even take down your site. That's where input validation comes in. It's a critical step in ensuring that the data entering your system is clean and safe. Think of it like having a bouncer at the door, checking IDs and making sure only the right kind of data gets in. This bouncer needs to be thorough, checking every piece of data that tries to enter. Validate on both the client side and the server side. Client-side validation provides immediate feedback to the user, helping them correct mistakes before they even submit the form. But server-side validation is your final line of defense. Even if someone bypasses client-side checks, server-side validation ensures that no harmful data makes it through. Proper input validation is crucial for preventing security vulnerabilities and ensuring data integrity. It protects your site from attacks and keeps your data clean and reliable. So, always remember to validate, and validate again. Next up, we're tackling a mistake that's critical in today's mobile-first world: ignoring mobile optimization. In an era where smartphones and tablets are ubiquitous, ensuring your website is mobile-friendly is no longer optional. It's a necessity. Mobile devices account for a significant chunk of internet traffic. In fact, over half of global web traffic comes from mobile devices, and this number is only expected to grow. If your website isn't optimized for smaller screens, you're potentially alienating a huge portion of your audience. Users expect a seamless experience, and if they encounter issues, they're likely to leave and never return. Mobile optimization starts with responsive web design, building a website that adapts seamlessly to different screen sizes. This ensures that your content is accessible and visually appealing, whether viewed on a desktop, tablet, or smartphone. This means using CSS media queries to adjust layouts, font sizes, and image dimensions. By doing so, you ensure that your website looks great and functions well on any device. Also, think about site speed. Compress images, minify code, and leverage browser caching. A fast-loading site is crucial for retaining mobile users who often have less patience for slow-loading pages. Google prioritizes mobile-friendly websites in search results. This means that if your site isn't optimized for mobile, it could negatively impact your search engine rankings, making it harder for potential customers to find you. Make it easy for people to navigate your site and complete actions on a smaller screen. Simplify menus, use large, tappable buttons, and ensure that forms are easy to fill out on mobile devices. It's amazing how many websites still miss the mark when it comes to mobile. Don't let yours be one of them. Prioritize mobile optimization to provide a better user experience and stay competitive in today's digital landscape. Writing code can sometimes feel like speaking a different language. Each line of code is like a sentence in a story that only you understand. While it might make sense to you now, you'll likely wonder what you were thinking later. Imagine coming back to your code after a few months or even years. That's where commenting and documentation come in. They act as a bridge between your current understanding and future clarity. Comments are notes you leave for yourself and other developers. They are like breadcrumbs that guide you through the logic and decisions you made. They provide context and explain the thought process behind your code. Without them, even the simplest code can become a puzzle. Documentation is a more comprehensive guide to your code. It includes everything from setup instructions to detailed explanations of complex algorithms. It's essential for larger projects, especially with a team of developers. Good documentation ensures everyone is on the same page and can work efficiently. Commenting and documentation take time, but they save countless hours of headaches later. They prevent misunderstandings and reduce the learning curve for new team members. Clear, concise, and well-organized documentation helps onboard new developers faster. It allows them to get up to speed without constantly asking for help. It makes it easier to maintain and update your code base. When changes are needed, well-documented code ensures that updates are made correctly and efficiently. In the end, good commenting and documentation are investments in the future of your project. They lead to smoother development processes and more successful outcomes. Libraries and frameworks are handy tools that can save you time and effort, but overusing them is like using a sledgehammer to hang a picture. Every library or framework adds dependencies, overhead, and potential compatibility issues. Using a bulky framework for a simple website is overkill. It adds unnecessary bloat, making your code base slower and more complex. Strike a balance. Ask yourself if you really need that library or framework. Sometimes a simpler solution is better. Choose tools that align with your project's specific needs. You spend hours crafting your website's design and functionality. It looks stunning in your favorite browser, but in another, it's a mess. That's the nightmare of cross-browser compatibility issues. Different browsers interpret code differently. Ignoring cross-browser compatibility excludes a portion of your audience. Start with testing in popular browsers like Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. Use tools like BrowserStack and Sauce Labs for cross-browser testing. Create a consistent and enjoyable experience for all users. You've built an amazing website, but if people can't find it, all that hard work is for nothing. That's where search engine optimization, SEO, comes in. SEO makes sure your website is visible and easily discoverable by search engines. Ignoring SEO is like burying a treasure chest without a map. SEO requires strategy and effort. It starts with understanding how search engines work. Keyword research is fundamental. Incorporate keywords naturally into your content. Optimize title tags, meta descriptions, header tags, and image alt text. SEO is an ongoing process. Stay up to date with best practices. Web development is constantly evolving. Not keeping up with industry trends is like refusing to upgrade your phone's OS. You'll miss out on new features, security updates, and performance improvements. Stay curious and embrace lifelong learning. Explore new technologies and trends. Understand their potential benefits and drawbacks. Use resources like industry blogs, online publications, and developer communities. Staying up to date keeps you relevant and competitive. We live in a world of instant gratification. If a website takes too long to load, users get impatient and leave. Performance optimization is crucial. It's about making sure your website loads quickly and runs smoothly. Optimize your website's code, minimize HTTP requests, compress files, and use a CDN. Image optimization is critical. Compress images without sacrificing quality. Caching reduces the load on your web server and speeds up page load times. Performance optimization is an ongoing process. Monitor, analyze, and fine-tune your website. Ensure it's running at peak performance. Imagine working on a project, making changes, and then disaster strikes. Without version control, you're facing lost work. Version control systems like Git are essential. They provide a safety net for your code. Track changes, revert to previous versions, and collaborate seamlessly. Version control is more than just a backup system. It's a powerful tool for collaboration. Create branches to experiment with new features and merge them back into the main code base. Accessibility ensures websites are usable by everyone regardless of disabilities. Neglecting accessibility excludes a significant portion of the population. It's about creating a more inclusive web. Simple changes can make a big difference. Use semantic HTML elements for better structure and SEO. Add alternative text to images for screen readers. Consider color contrast for readability. Understand the diverse needs of your users. Design with empathy and inclusivity in mind. So, there you have it. The top 10 mistakes web developers make and how to avoid them. From validating input to prioritizing accessibility, these are crucial considerations. Web development is an ongoing journey of learning and iterating. Stay curious, embrace best practices, and continuously improve your skills. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video.